I'm going to apologize for the sound quality in the following clip because we were recording next to a fountain. Hope you enjoy this. All right, hey everybody. I am here. We are at Life University.
That's correct.
And I am sitting here with my good buddy Juan Rodriguez, Dr. Juan Rodriguez.
He's probably one of the few people on the planet that would admit that I'm a good buddy.
Well, you're not that good of a buddy, but you know, it's for radio. Anyway, well, I was listening to him tell some stories about your worst adjustment ever, your worst day in chiropractic ever.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted just to, tell that story, the one about the clinic.
The clinic, okay. We're here sitting in just to the left of us. So we were here. They had trailers, okay. And in those days, we used to do a lot of upper cervical specific adjusting, and we were all required to buy DTG.
An instrument to measure. It was used to measure.
It was the digital thermography. What it did, it measured the temperature of the cervical spine. And that's for
but that's just, it was a little thing that you carried in your pocket.
It's about the size of a 9mm pistol.
Yeah.
It's a gun. We actually called it the gun. So I had my first adjustment, and I was so excited. And my first patient was a female, a good friend of mine. Her name is Dr. Heather Pearman. And she was laying down, face down, and I was doing my notes, and I had my DTG in my pocket. Another one of my classmates, my peers, came over, and he was like, "Hey, listen, man, I don't have my DTG." And he goes, "Can I borrow yours?" And I goes, "Absolutely." So I take it out of my pocket, and I pass it over my patient's body who was laying down in front of me. And I thought my peer had a grasp of the DTG, and he did not. I let go, and that thing flew out of my hands and landed on the back of her head. And we're talking about something that was probably about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds, dropping from a distance of about maybe 3 feet. And if somebody out there knows the physics, you know it was a significant force. Yeah, and then it clattered across the floor. And because it was so early in the semester, the trailer was kind of empty, so everybody heard, and it was horrible, man. Because then after that, man, I was traumatized. I was like, oh my god. And
and I was there. I remember that. And it's one of those things. You were telling the story, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do remember that. And you were sweating more than usual.
Oh yeah, man, I was horrified. And my patient was like, well, okay, she used the Brooklyn alphabet a little, which was F and A, F and B, F and C, and another couple curse words in there, man. But she goes like, go do it, Juan, get over it. And I was so traumatized that I didn't get any single segments to move that day, man. I just, no adjustment worked, okay? And I was just, and I had to apologize, and I was I was shaking, and I was so near tears, okay? And that's kind of hard to believe, because I'm a fluffy guy. I'm about 200 pounds, and I'm kind of rough looking.
200 pounds?
Yeah, well, maybe add a couple 150, maybe. Okay, so check it out. In those days, I was 200 pounds, okay? Anyway.
He's
okay.
Yeah.
So what was cool about it was that my very next adjustment was a upperclassmate friend of ours. And I told him what had happened, and he started cracking up. And he goes, "Oh my God, Juan, you're set for the rest of your career here at Life." And I go, "Why are you saying?" He goes, "Because it's nothing but uphill from there." And he was right. He was right. And then he started telling me about, him doing a side posture, and he went to go do the side posture, and the patient flew off the table.
That's happened,
sure. And about, doing an X-ray evaluation and dropping the clamps on the top of the patient's head, and,
Well, one time we were doing a screening, and this was in Sandy Springs. Javier was there, and I had my portable table set up, and I okay, my first person to lay on there. and she goes to lay on there, and I didn't lock the legs, and the whole thing went forward, and bam!
It was like, dude, that was a powerful adjustment.
Yeah.
This is a new technique.
Yeah. So everybody has their stories.
Yeah, we all have stories, definitely, man. I had another one of my peers. He went to go do a side posture. Actually, he went to do a thoracic adjustment. He had brand new shoes on, and his feet slipped out from underneath him, and he looked like a wrestler coming off the top turnbuckle with his elbow onto the guy's back. Man, I mean, like, bam, man, he hit the floor hard, and again, there weren't that many people in the clinic, so we all turned around like, what the hell? Okay, we used another word, but anyway, that's besides the point. And the kid looks up at the proctor, and he gives her like the gun salute, like, hey man, hey, I'm all right, man. And then so basically, look, it's like anything else. You gotta do baby steps, and there's gonna be some trips and traumas, but if you stay persistent and you apply yourself, there's no reason why on the planet that you can't be successful. There's no reason. I mean, your technique will get better, your attitude will get better.
Well, not just for chiropractic, for anything. Just anything that you do.
Your presentation will get better. You'll be comfortable about it, and very possible 20 years later, you may laugh at it. Okay, so
awesome. All right, well, thank you for listening, and thank you, Juan, for just kind of hanging out and being able to share a little bit.
My pleasure, man.
All right.